The desert was silent. Hot wind blew across the endless sand, making small waves that danced under the burning sun. Liam's boots crunched as he walked alone. His backpack was half empty, and his water was almost gone. He was a scavenger, just another human looking for old tech to sell. The planet was dead, forgotten by most, but Liam had heard stories. Crashed ships, hidden crates. Maybe something valuable buried deep under the sand. He wiped sweat from his face and kept walking. Then something caught his eye. A shape. Not natural, just a corner of it poking out of the sand, like a box, metal, dark. Liam frowned and walked closer. He knelt and brushed the sand. Away with his glove, his heart skipped a beat. It was a crate. Big, alien, covered in strange markings he didn't recognize. It looked old, very old. One side had deep scratches, like something had tried to claw. It's way out. He took a step back. What is this? Then he heard it, a sound. So soft, so weak, he almost thought he imagined it. Please, open. Liam froze. The voice was coming from inside the crate. He leaned closer. His hand touched the warm metal. The voice came again, barely a whisper. Help me, please. His throat went dry. Was it a trap? A trick? Some creatures could copy human voices. Some use cries for help to lure in prey, but something in that voice sounded real, desperate, scared. Liam looked around. The desert was empty, no ships, no life. No help. Just him. He pulled out his scanner and checked the crate. The readings made no sense. The crate was sealed, but there was a faint life signal inside. Very faint. And falling. He swallowed hard. Hang on, he said quietly. I'll try to get it open. The crate had no normal lock, just alien symbols glowing faintly on one side. He touched one and it pulsed. Then another. Nothing. Then suddenly the crate shifted. A loud clunk echoed through the sand. Steam hissed from the edges. The top creaked open an inch. Liam stepped back fast. The air around the crate got cold. A strange smell like burned metal and flowers hit his nose. Then silence. He waited. Nothing happened. Cautiously, he reached forward and lifted the lid. Inside was a body, he gasped. It wasn't human. Curled up inside, thin and shaking, was a female alien. Her skin was pale blue, almost silver. Her arms were long and her fingers had 4 joints. Her eyes were closed, her lips dry and cracked. She looked broken, like she'd been trapped there for days, maybe longer. Then her eyes opened. They were violet, glowing faintly. She stared at him, barely able to move her lips. You're human? He nodded, stunned. Yes. She let out a slow breath. They left me here. Please don't go. Liam looked at her fragile body. Her clothes were torn and there were bruises on her arms. She looked like she hadn't eaten or drank anything in a long time. He opened his water pack and held it to her lips. She drank slowly, weakly. Who are you? He asked. Kalira, she whispered. They used me, tested me, then threw me away. Who did this to you? She shook her head. Can't say. They listen. Suddenly the sand under the crate shifted. Liam jumped up, pulling out his blaster. The crate trembled. For a moment he thought something else was inside, then silence. Kalira grabbed his arm. Her voice was still weak, but her eyes were wide with fear. They'll come back. They always come back to finish the job. Who will? She didn't answer. She fainted. Liam stood there, heart pounding, staring at the strange crate and the broken alien woman inside. The desert was quiet again, but he felt like something had changed, something dangerous. He looked up at the sky. The sun was setting. Long shadows stretched across the sand. Far in the distance. A faint light blinked. He didn't like that. Not one bit. Liam had seen many strange things while scavenging, but nothing like this. The alien woman Kalira lay half-conscious in the crate, her skin cold, her breathing slow. The crate's inside was lined with strange lights that pulsed like a heartbeat. He wasn't even sure she was alive anymore. He knelt beside her, unsure what to do next. Suddenly, her hand twitched, then her eyes opened again, glowing violet in the fading light. You stayed. Her voice was dry, cracking like someone who hadn't spoken in years. Liam gave a small nod. Yeah, you needed help. Her lips curled slightly into a weak smile. Humans. Never expected one to find me. Who put you in there? He asked. And why? She blinked slowly. Soldiers. Scientists. Hunters. I don't know what to call them. They wore black suits and covered their faces. They said I was a danger. A mistake. Liam looked at her with confusion. You don't look dangerous. She closed her eyes and took a shaky breath. That's what makes it worse. He stood and looked around the desert. No sign of movement. Still quiet. Still empty, but it didn't feel safe. He heard buzzing faint and far away. Not the wind, something electric. He turned back to Kalira. We can't stay here. Her fingers gripped the edge of the crate. I can't walk. I'll carry you, he said, already slipping off his backpack. But we need to move. Now, carefully, Liam lifted her from the crate. She was light, too light, like she'd been starved for weeks. Her body was warm, but not like a human's warmth. She almost shimmered in the twilight. As he carried her, she whispered in his ear. I tried to escape. They caught me. They locked me in that box and buried me, said the desert would take me. Liam's jaw tightened. They left you to die. Yes, the buzzing grew louder. Liam turned sharply. In the sky 2 small lights blinked. Then moved. Fast. Drones. His heart pounded. They were looking for something. Or someone. He ducked low and ran toward a dune. Hold on. Kalira said nothing, but her arms wrapped weakly around his neck. He slid down the back of the dune and hid behind a rocky hill. The drones passed overhead, scanning the area with red lights. For a moment, one of them stopped and hovered. Liam held his breath. Kalira's body trembled. The drone moved on. Only then did he breathe again. He looked down at her. What do they want from you? She opened her eyes. They think I'm a weapon. He stared at her. Are you? She didn't answer. Instead, she pointed to her arm. There, under her skin, glowing faintly, was a line of small symbols. They pulsed like tiny stars. This is not just flesh, she said softly. It's old tech. It was inside me when I was born. I never asked for it. I don't know what it does. Liam looked closer. Her skin looked smooth and soft, but there was something under it, like circuits, like light trapped in skin. They tried to cut it out, she whispered. They couldn't. Liam sat back thinking, why didn't they just kill you? They want to use me first, she said. They want to unlock what's inside. But they don't understand it. They think I'm just a tool. He looked at her face. Even with dust and bruises, she looked calm, almost peaceful. But her eyes told a different story. They were full of pain and fear. He stood up. There's an old cave I saw a few miles back. We'll rest there, then figure out what's next. She nodded weakly. As they moved again, Kalira spoke softly. You're the first human I've seen in months. The others, they help the ones who hurt me. Liam frowned. Not all humans are the same. I know, she said, but it's hard to trust anyone when you've lived in a box. They reached the cave just as darkness fell. Liam laid her down on a smooth rock inside. The cave smelled of dust and age, but it was safe. Hidden, he lit a small fire with his gear. Kalira watched the flames, her eyes reflecting the orange glow. You don't know what you've gotten yourself into, she said quietly. Liam looked at her. Maybe not. But I'm not leaving you here to die, she smiled softly. You'll regret that. He shook his head. I've done worse things. Then Kalira whispered something that made his blood run cold. If they find me again, they won't just kill me. They'll kill you too, and this time, they'll burn the whole desert just to erase the evidence. Liam didn't reply, but deep down, he knew this was only the beginning. The cave was quiet. Liam sat near the fire, watching Kalira sleep. Her breathing was slow, steady now. Her silver-blue skin glowed faintly in the dark, and the marks on her arms still pulsed like living code. He couldn't stop thinking about what, she said, a weapon born with it inside her. Hunted for it. Liam had only come to this desert for scrap. Old tech. Metal he could sell. Now he was hiding with an alien girl in a cave, hunted by drones that could burn them alive. His life had changed in one day. The fire cracked. Outside, the desert wind howled. Then he heard it, a sound. Not wind, not animal, low, mechanical hum. Liam grabbed his blaster and moved toward the cave mouth. Slowly, he peeked out. In the sky, something was floating, black, round, and silent. A drone, bigger than before. It hovered above the sand like a hungry insect. Then another appeared. And another. 3 of them, scanning the ground. Lights sweeping. Across the dunes, Liam ducked back inside. Kalira opened her eyes. They found us. How? Liam asked. She sat up slowly. They can track energy pulses. My body gives off a signal. I tried to hide it, but I'm weak. Can you shut it off? She shook her head. Not for long. They're getting closer. Liam checked his gear. He had 1 energy pack, 2 blaster rounds, and a smoke flare. Not enough. We can't fight them, he said. But maybe we can run. Kalira tried to stand but stumbled. Liam caught her. I've got you. Just hold on. They left the cave and moved fast across the sand, sticking to the shadows of the dunes. The sky above them was alive with blinking lights. Then a voice echoed from the drone. Unregistered alien life form detected. Prepare for termination. Liam's eyes widened. They're not here to capture. They're here to kill. He turned and fired 1 shot into the airway from them. The blast echoed. The drones shifted direction. Now! He shouted, pulling Kalira over the ridge. They slid down the other side of the dune, landing hard. Sand filled Liam's boots. His legs burned. Kalira gasped for breath. Then one of the drones broke off and headed straight toward them. Too fast, Kalira said. We won't outrun it. Liam set her down behind a rock. I'll distract it, you stay here. She grabbed his arm. You'll die. I'd rather die trying than watch them kill you. He stood, took the flare, and ran in the open. The drone saw him instantly. Red lights flashed. It charged. Liam lit the flare and tossed it into the air. It exploded in a cloud of smoke and fire. He dropped to the ground just in time. The drone fired. The blast hit the sand next to him, throwing up dust. Kalira screamed, not in fear. In rage, a wave of energy burst from behind the rock. Blue light crackled through the air, striking the drone. It froze in midair, sparked, then crashed into the sand. Dead. Liam blinked in shock. You did that? Kalira dropped to her knees. It hurts to use it. The other 2 drones changed course, now racing toward them. Liam helped her up. Save your strength. We're not done yet. They ran again, heading toward a broken ridge of black stone. It looked like the remains of an old ship crashed, twisted metal and burned frames. They dove into the wreckage just as the second drone fired. The blast hit the ridge, shaking the ground. Metal screamed as it twisted and fell. Kalira coughed. Blood dark blue dripped from her mouth. Don't push yourself. Liam said, I'm trying not to die. She replied weakly. The last drone hovered above the wreck. Liam aimed his blaster. 1 shot left. He waited. Then fired. Direct hit. The drone exploded in a shower of sparks. Silence. Only the wind remained. Liam dropped the blaster, chest rising and falling fast. He looked at Kalira. Her body was glowing again, brighter now. Her eyes rolled back as she collapsed. No, stay with me, he said, catching her. Her voice was a whisper. Too much power, I need to rest. He laid her down inside the wreckage, covering her with his jacket. The metal walls kept them hidden. Night fully fell, stars blinked above them. Cold crept in. Liam looked at the sky, still shaken. He had no answers. No backup. No clue what to do next, but one thing was clear. She wasn't just a lost alien. She wasn't just hunted. She was dangerous, and the people chasing her would stop at nothing. The wreckage was quiet now. Liam sat beside Kalira, watching her sleep. Again, her body was curled under his jacket. Her skin shimmered softly in the dark, glowing with that strange silver blue light. He hadn't slept. Couldn't. Too many questions, too many things he didn't understand. He kept replaying what had happened, how she had destroyed the drone with nothing but her scream and a flash of light. No weapon, no tool, just energy. Raw and deadly, and It had almost killed her. Liam touched her wrist carefully. Her skin was warm again, not burning, not cold, just warm. But her veins were glowing faintly, like tiny rivers of light running under her skin. What are you? He thought. Then he saw something. Small cut on her arm. From the fight earlier. Blood was seeping from it. But it wasn't red. It was glowing. Bright, silver blue liquid, pulsing like it was alive. Liam leaned closer, staring. The blood slid down her arm, and when it touched the metal wreckage, something strange happened. The metal hissed. Then changed. The broken surface of the ship turned smooth where the blood had touched. Rust vanished, cracks sealed. It looked new, alive. Liam's eyes widened. He didn't understand it, but one thing was clear: her blood was not normal. It was doing something. Fixing the metal, healing it. He looked back at her face. Peaceful, tired, but no longer helpless. She wasn't just carrying power, she was the power. Liam stood and walked a few steps away, trying to think. He had to make a choice. Take her back to human space? Risk letting Earth scientists get their hands on her? Or protect her, no matter what that meant? He wasn't sure. Just then, Kalira stirred, her eyes opened, glowing soft violet again. Liam, she whispered. I'm here. She tried to sit up. He helped her gently. She looked down at the blood on her arm, then at the repaired metal. I didn't mean to show you, she said. But now you know. What is that? Liam asked. What's in your blood? She looked at her hands. My people, we were born from something ancient. A long time ago, a race came to our planet. They left behind machines. Not just normal machines. Living machines. Liam frowned. Like what? Robots? She shook her head. No, something older. They were made of light and thought. No metal, no wires, just life. They called it biocore energy. My ancestors found it. And, changed? Usus changed how? It entered our bodies. Not all of us could hold it. Some died. Others became more. Not gods. Not monsters. Just different. She touched the mark on her arm, the glowing lines. I was born with it inside me. I didn't ask for it. I don't even know how to control it fully. Liam sat beside her. And the people chasing you, they want to take that? They already tried, she said. They put me in a lab. They cut me open, took samples, but they couldn't copy it. Couldn't hold it. So they locked me in. A crate, buried me. Her voice broke. I thought I would die in that box, alone. Liam looked down. His fists clenched. He hated people who used others like tools. Treated life like garbage. You're not alone anymore, he said. She looked at him. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Kalira said softly, my blood, it's not just dangerous. It's also the key to something much worse. Liam's eyes narrowed. What do you mean? She leaned against the wall. There's a weapon, not like a bomb, something bigger. It's hidden on this planet, locked away in the ancient ruins of my people. It can destroy entire star systems. Liam swallowed. And your blood unlocks it? She nodded slowly. I was born as the key, not by choice, but by design. Liam stood, shocked. So if they get you, they can wake it? Yes, and what happens then? They won't stop. Not with me. Not with this planet. They'll go after Earth next. The wind outside howled again. Dust blew through the cracks in the metal. Liam paced, thinking hard. They needed a plan. They couldn't stay in the wreckage forever. Is there a way to hide? Your signal? He asked. Kalira hesitated. There is one way. But it's risky. Tell me. There's an ancient site buried deep in the desert, she said. A place where the old machines once lived. If we reach it, I can connect to them. They might be able to shut down the signal. Liam nodded. Then that's where we go. Kalira looked uncertain. It's far. And not all the machines there are friendly. Some protect the weapon. They might see me as a threat too, he smiled slightly. Then let's not give them a reason to wake up angry. She smiled back, tired but grateful. Thank you, Liam. He picked up his blaster and checked the sky through the broken metal. Don't thank me yet, he said. We've got a long walk ahead and the sky is still watching. The sun rose slowly over the desert, painting the sky with orange and red. Liam and Kalira moved across the sand, leaving behind the wrecked drone site. The heat returned quickly, but they kept going. Kalira leaned on Liam, her strength still weak. Each step was hard. But she didn't complain. They were heading toward something ancient. Something lost. The city is close, Kalira said softly. I can feel it. Are you sure it's safe? She shook her head. It's not safe, but it's the only place that might help us. Hours passed. The sand turned darker. Sharper rocks stuck out like broken bones. Then Liam saw something. Ahead, large shapes rising from the sand. Ruins. Tall black towers, broken and silent. Half-buried statues with strange faces. Cracked streets that led to nowhere. A city swallowed by time. They had arrived. Kalira stopped and stared, her eyes filled with something deeper than sadness. This was once my home, Liam looked. At the ruins. You lived here? She nodded slowly. Before the war, before everything, they stepped into the city. Dust covered the ground. Empty buildings stood like ghosts. The air was thick with silence, heavy with history. Where is everyone? Liam asked. They're gone, she whispered. My people trusted others, aliens who promised peace, but they lied. When we refused to give them the core technology, they attacked. Burned the city, took survivors, left the rest to rot. She knelt near a broken wall. Her hand touched an old symbol, glowing faintly under her fingers. I was just a child when it happened, she said. My mother hid me underground when I came back up. Everything was ashes? Liam stood beside her. He didn't speak. He couldn't. What could he say? He'd lost people too, but not like this. Not a whole world. They moved deeper into the city. Kalira guided him through old paths, over fallen statues and into a square. At the center stood a giant metal gate sealed, covered in vines. That's it, she said. The gate to the machine vault. Liam raised an eyebrow. Machine vault? It's where the oldest machines sleep? The ones who remember the beginning. If anyone can shut off the signal in my blood, it's them. She walked to the gate and pressed her hand against it. For a moment, nothing. Then the metal glowed. Lines of blue light spread from her palm, running through the gate like veins. The ground shook. Liam stepped back. Hand on his blaster, the gate opened slowly. With a loud groan, darkness waited inside. Kalira looked at him. We go together. They stepped into the vault. It was massive. A long hallway stretched ahead, with walls made of smooth metal and glass. Strange machines hung from the ceiling. Silent UNMOVING. Lights flickered as they walked past. A deep hum echoed in the air. Then a voice spoke. Unauthorized entry. Identify. Liam jumped. Who said that? Kalira stepped forward. I am Kalira of Varellan blood. I carry the core. The voice paused. Core detected. Identity confirmed. A bright light appeared in the air, shaped like a glowing figure. Not solid, not real. A projection. It looked like a tall being with no face. Welcome, Keybearer. It has been 4,213 cycles since your kind walked here. Liam whispered, What is that? Kalira answered softly. An echo, a memory. One of the Vault Guardians. The figure turned its head toward Liam. Human presence noted. Unregistered species. He's with me, Kalira said. Accepted. You may proceed. They walked forward. Machines came to life on both sides, lights blinking. Energy flowing. The vault was waking up. In the center chamber, a large crystal floated above a platform. It pulsed with slow, heavy beats like a giant heart. Kalira fell to her knees. I need to link with it, she said. It will hurt. But it's the only way to shut the signal. Liam helped her stand. Are you sure this won't kill you? She gave a small smile. Not sure. But I've run long enough. She stepped forward and touched the crystal. Light exploded. Her body lifted off the ground. Energy flowed from her into the crystal. Her arms shook. Her back arched. She cried out, but didn't let go. Liam shouted, Kalira! But he couldn't reach her. Then suddenly it was over. She dropped to the floor, breathing hard. The crystal dimmed. The hum stopped. The vault returned to silence. She looked up at Liam. Tears in her eyes. It's done, she whispered. They can't track me anymore. He helped her sit. You did it. But before they could rest, the vault's voice returned. Warning, weapon lock weakening. Unauthorized presence near containment field. Kalera's face turned pale. No, not now. Liam grabbed his blaster. What does that mean? She stared at the glowing walls, fear rising in her voice. They've found the other half. The one meant to control the weapon, and now it's awake. Red lights flashed across the vault walls. Liam stood over Kalera, his blaster ready. Unauthorized presence near containment field, the vault repeated. Warning, security protocols failing. Weapon seal breaking. Kalera struggled to stand. Her face was pale. Her body shook from the energy transfer. I stopped my signal. She said, breathless, but someone else activated the weapon from outside. Liam helped her up. Who would do that? Someone worse than the ones who made the crate. There are groups, mercenaries, collectors. They don't just want power. They sell it to the highest bidder. Liam cursed under his breath. So, they followed us here? She nodded slowly. They were always close, just waiting for me to open the gate. Outside, a deep rumble shook the ground. Kalera's eyes widened. They've brought machines of their own. Liam looked around the chamber. This vault must have weapons. Anything we can use? She pointed to a console. You can try. It responds to human tech if linked through me. He rushed to the panel. It was made of glowing lines and strange symbols. His Earth-issued wrist chip blinked. Kalera placed her hand over his. The panel glowed brighter. Bell core and human interface confirmed. Defense access granted. A metal door slid open. Inside were cases old but powerful. Liam opened one. His eyes lit up. Inside was a high-powered plasma rifle far more advanced than anything on Earth. Beside it, a small launcher labeled Tremor Pulse. He smiled. Now we're talking. Kalera leaned on the wall, still weak. Use them wisely. The vault won't stay open for long. Outside, metal feet stomped across the ruins. A voice shouted through a loudspeaker. Hand over the girl, human, or watch this whole city turn. To ash, Liam stepped outside the vault. 4 armored alien mercenaries stood near the gate, with spider-like mechs behind them. One of them, tall and scarred, raised his gun. You have 5 seconds. Liam raised the plasma rifle and fired. Without warning, the shot blasted into the closest mech. Fire erupted from its side as it crashed into a wall. Open fire! The leader yelled. Liam ducked and rolled behind a broken pillar. Sparks flew. He peeked around and fired again, hitting a mercenary in the leg. The alien screamed and dropped. His weapon? Kalera crawled out of the vault, energy still faint in her body. She whispered into the air. The vault lights flickered. Small drones floated out of the wall's tiny defense units from long ago. They zipped into the battle, shocking one of the mechs with electric bursts. Liam took the chance. He grabbed the Tremor Pulse, aimed it at the last mech, and fired. The ground exploded beneath it. The mech tipped over and crashed, twitching like a dying insect. 2 mercenaries ran. Only the scarred leader remained. He stared at Kalera. You're worth a fortune. Then he aimed at her. Liam jumped between them. The blast hit him in the side armor, took most of it, but he grunted and dropped to his knees. Kalera screamed, and something changed in her eyes. They glowed brighter than ever before. Her body lifted off the ground just a little, and blue lightning spread from her fingertips. She screamed, and a wave of light hit the mercenary. He flew backward, hit a wall, and didn't move again. Kalera fell forward. Unconscious, Liam rushed to her side. Ignoring the pain in his ribs, she was breathing, but barely. The vault drones returned to the chamber, blinking slowly. One of them spoke. Unauthorized forces eliminated. Vault status, critical. Liam looked up. What do you mean, critical? Opening the vault has triggered the weapons core. You must leave. Kalera opened her eyes weakly. If we stay, we die. Liam helped her to her feet. Then we get out? As they left the vault, Liam looked back one last time. The crystal in the chamber was glowing again, but now it pulsed like it was counting down. Outside, the desert sky had turned dark with smoke. A small Earth ship hovered in the distance. Liam tapped his wrist chip. "This is Liam Cade requesting emergency pickup," a voice responded. "We see you." "Landing now." The ship dropped fast, kicking up sand as it landed near the ruined gate. Two soldiers jumped out, weapons raised. One of them froze when he saw Kalira. "What is that?" Liam stood in front of her. "She's with me. And she just saved this planet," the officer frowned. "We've got orders to bring any alien tech in for study," Liam glared. "She's not tech. She's a person." The soldier hesitated. Kalira looked up. "I won't fight, but if they take me again?" "The weapon might wake for real." The soldiers looked at each other, then nodded. "We take you both. You explain everything to command." Liam helped her into the ship as the engines roared and they rose into the sky. Kalira whispered, "There's still more to come. You've only seen one side of the truth." Liam nodded. "Then tell me the rest, before it's too late." The Earth ship flew fast over the desert, leaving the ruins far behind. Inside the cabin, Liam sat beside Kalira. She looked out the window, her eyes dull, her skin pale. Her body still glowed faintly, but she was weaker now, drained. To Earth. Soldiers sat across from them, whispering to each other. They didn't trust her. Liam could see it in their eyes, neither did he fully understand her, not yet. But one thing he knew for sure, she had saved his life, twice, and maybe Earth's too. The ship landed at a hidden military base deep underground. Metal walls, armed guards. Clean floors that smelled like sterilized fear. As soon as the doors opened, Kalira was surrounded by officers in white coats and black uniforms. Liam stepped in front of her. "She came willingly," he said. "No cages," one of the doctors nodded. "She be treated with care. We just want to understand her." Liam didn't move. "You understand too much. You'll break something you can't fix." Kalira touched his arm. "It's okay. Let them look. They need to know." He didn't like it, but he stepped aside. They took her into a lab. Liam waited outside. Hours passed. He paced the hallway, restless, angry, unsure. Then someone called his name, a woman in a gray suit. Older, calm, serious. "I'm Commander Reyes," she said. "Come with me." She led him to a secure room. Inside was a screen showing Kalira hooked to scanners, lying still. "She's stable," Reyes said. "Her body is healing itself, but slowly." "We've never seen anything like it." "She's not a weapon," Liam said. "No," Reyes agreed. "She's something else?" She tapped the screen. A new image appeared, one of the vault, the glowing crystal. "The countdown, that weapon your alien friend mentioned?" Reyes sighed. "It's real. We sent a drone to scan it. The core is still active." Liam frowned. "I thought shutting off her signal stopped it." "It paused it," Reyes replied. "But something strange happened." She zoomed in on the core. "After you left, the core locked itself down. All signals stopped. No radiation, no movement." Liam narrowed his eyes. "So, what's the problem?" Reyes looked at him carefully. "We think Kalira didn't just stop the weapon. We think she became part of the lock that holds it back." Liam stood still. "What do you mean?" Reyes turned to him. "The vault was designed to keep the weapon sealed for all time, but it needed something alive, something made from the same core energy. Kalira was born with that energy. She wasn't just linked to the weapon, she was created to contain it." Liam's chest tightened. "So, if she dies," Reyes nodded, "the lock breaks. The weapon wakes." Liam stared at the screen. Kalira, lying alone, sacrificed before she even knew why. "She wasn't the threat," he whispered. "She was the barrier." Reyes crossed her arms. "Exactly. And that makes her both priceless and dangerous." He turned to her, voice sharp. "You can't use her." "She's not a prisoner," Reyes said calmly, "but we can't ignore what she is." Liam left the room without another word. He went straight to her. She opened her eyes when he entered. "Hey," she said weakly. "You okay?" He asked. She nodded. "I heard them talking. I know now what I am." Liam sat beside her. "You're not a weapon." She smiled sadly. "But I was built to hold one. You didn't choose that." "No," she said. "But it's still inside me. The link, the weight." He took her hand. "You don't have to carry it alone." She looked at him. I'm tired of running, she whispered. But I don't want to be locked away again. I want to live. You will, he promised. You saved a planet, Kalira. You deserve a life. She closed her eyes. Later that night, alarms rang through the base. Liam jumped from his bed, grabbing his gear. Kalira met him in the hallway, already awake. It's them again, she said. They followed us. Mercenaries? A small group had infiltrated the base seeking to extract Kalira and sell her to the highest bidder, but they didn't expect her to be ready. This time, she stood tall. This time she chose to fight. Lights flickered. Kalira's body glowed again, brighter, steady. She raised one hand. The ground shook. Security doors sealed. Weapons disabled. The mercenaries collapsed, knocked out cold by a silent wave of force. When it ended, the base was quiet. Kalira turned to Liam. I don't need to be locked away, she said. I just need to be trusted. Commander Reyes approached, stunned. We saw what you did, she said. You could have killed them. Kalira nodded. But I didn't. Reyes looked at Liam, then back at her. Then maybe you deserve something more. 1 month later, Kalira stood beside Liam on a quiet cliff overlooking the desert. No cages. No labs. Just wind and stars. She smiled softly. I feel free, she said. You are, Liam replied. And whatever comes next, we face it together. She reached out and took his hand. The stars above pulsed like the vault once had, not with danger, but with peace.